Mm. Look, I think think tanks are a really interesting and important actor in international relations. A few years ago, I wrote a book looking at think tank diplomacy. How do think tanks actually contribute to the relations between countries? And I think it's more than some people would think. Clearly, official level diplomacy, first track diplomacy, is always going to be the most important. But what you can do at second track, non-officials but with links to officials, or 1.5 track when officials and non-officials come together, it can be really interesting and exciting. And of course, with specifically for Taiwan, sometimes official channels are a little harder for all sorts of reasons. That sort of think tank cooperation, which can be done unofficially, but can be really deep and rich, I think that's a really important resource. Well, I'd say there are no limits. I hope there is expansion of cooperation across so many sectors. So one of the things that the Australian Office did to mark this 40th anniversary was to produce a book looking at Australia-Taiwan relations. And what I loved about it was it came up with an agenda in so many different areas. Yes, think tank cooperation and education, people-to-people contacts, but also things like climate and energy, what we can be doing together to make space for Taiwan through the Quad, maritime cooperation, and of course always trade. So there's a lot there as a potential agenda. What I often say to Australians is, can you make space for Taiwan? In the space you work in, whatever your area, whatever your background, is there a way you can make some space to link up with Taiwan, to invite Taiwanese people to Australia or vice versa, to build up trade, exchange, connections, links? I think it's something you can do in any area at all, whatever your speciality.